Hello and welcome to AM1's Thoughts On, where today I will be talking about an anime that is not Fairy Tail, even though it contains a spiky-haired main character and Blue. Now, most likely you all think Fairy Tail when you hear about that. I mean, come on. However, the anime I will be talking about is Adventure Rave, better known as Rave Master. Now this is Hiro Mashima's earlier work before Fairy Tail, and I am sad to say, first of all, the anime did not get a complete run. It didn't end, like, badly, it was just a very open ending. And by all means, it left people who wanted to read the manga open to just go there and continue onwards. Which is almost what I did, but being a bit of a completionist in that aspect, I started at the very beginning of the manga and read it all the way through. But that aside, now Rave Master, unlike its successor Fairy Tail, has a more standard story. While Fairy Tail is mostly focused on the guild fighting against enemies because they happen to be there, Rave Master has a more standard let us save the world quest thingy story. Now it makes for a very epic story. Believe me, it's very epic in nature, but it's just so sad that it didn't get a complete run, and also it might look a bit dated for some people. I mean, the animation is perfectly serviceable, make no mistake, and while I personally kinda like the look, I get that some people will be put off by it. Now, if memory serves me right, Rave Master has about 50 episodes, so it didn't get a short run, it just ended kind of, well, open-ended and abruptly. But there's a certain group of people that really should watch this, and that's those who watch Fairy Tail. Now, like I said, I read the manga and watched the anime. I read the manga all the way through, and it was fantastic. And then I got straight from that to, oh, he's made something else, it's called Fairy Tail, let's read that. And I actually read the manga before I knew the anime ever existed. I think the anime had just started there, and I just went, oh, more manga by him. And it just became this sort of Easter egg hunt, this never-ending Easter egg hunt, just searching for similarities. Like, let's see, spiky-haired main characters, Blue is there, you have the black-haired male rival, or whatever you want to call him, you know, counterpart, that somehow always ends up being with the main character and helping defeat evil. There's also the fact of the matter that some things are the same, like Orashion Seis is a clear reference to a group of the same name in Rave Master. And the great magic Ethereum? Got it from Rave Master, bitches! Now, if you watch Fairy Tail and you don't know that all of these are references to Rave Master, you are missing out. It's just so fun seeing all these references made left and right. Although, are they just references? Because you see, there have been a manga chapter and an anime OVA that cross these two series over. Crossover Rave Master Fairy Tail. And it's amazing, and it just shows one thing. These things actually take place in the same universe. Like, seriously, they're from the same creator, and there was made a crossover between the series. What part of that doesn't scream, this takes place in the same universe? Now, you might argue if you want, and by all means, you're free to. But you cannot rule out the possibility. Now, can I just say, while I'm on this streak of comparing the two, that I believe Rave Master to be the superior work so far. Now, Fairy Tail is getting close to an ending, and while it's perfectly serviceable, it doesn't really make me feel the same as with Rave Master, which made me feel rather good. Also, Rave Master has the saddest moment I know of in the manga. I was jerked to tears at a point. At the same time, I felt anger. Deep felt anger! Now, if you've read the manga, you probably know which scene I'm talking about. If not, too bad for you, start reading it. But it has to do with this guy. And no, that is not Gerard, or however you want to pronounce it, from Fairy Tail. He's also from Rave Master. Funny enough, he was supposed to be a bad guy through and through in Fairy Tail, but like in Rave Master, he just ended up kind of flipping side of it. Spoiler alert, by the way. Okay, so let me focus a little bit more on Rave Master here, which has an epic quest to save the world, and there's magic, there's swords. Also, even the main character's sword is referenced in Fairy Tail. The alternate world Erza, which the real world Erza, however you want to call it, has to battle at some point, has a spear, which has the same properties as the sword of the main character in Rave Master. I mean, he really had to put everything in. But let me focus a little bit more on Rave Master now. Sorry for all the comparisons between the two. So Rave Master has what I consider a superior story. The characters are nothing, they feel very similar in fact. The whole series is in many ways similar, as I'm sure you picked up on by now. And to some extent, I guess that's why I don't like Fairy Tail so much, because it feels like it's copied off so much from its predecessor. Now, it's a good Easter egg hunt, like I said, it's a good Easter egg hunt, but it does feel a bit desperate for content some way. All the original stuff came from Rave Master, and while it's the same creator and you can't really say he's ripped himself off, he kinda has. I know I said I would focus on Rave Master, I'm sorry. Now, Rave Master has a plethora of different abilities for all the characters, and I really like that. Unlike, again, sorry for comparison, this just seems inevitable. Unlike Fairy Tail, where all characters focus on one type of magic, a lot of people in Rave Master have multiple ones, and it works out nicely. But what the Rave Master series actually manages to do really well is make the world feel great, big, epic. You are with them in that world, you don't know what's going on no more than they do. And it's a great feeling. But again, if you really want to experience Rave Master, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go for the manga. The anime does well, it just doesn't complete it, so go for the manga. And let me just say that I hope that when Fairy Tail is done, Rave Master will get a new adaptation. Much like, you know, what happened with Hunter x Hunter, and, you know, since Fairy Tail took off and his work is kind of famous now, maybe they'll go, oh, maybe we should do Rave Master and give that a complete run, or at least continue it where it ended. Because, you know, the manga is over, there's nothing stopping them. Well, except from maybe the will to do it, I don't know. Hope you all liked this video. It became less of a focus on Rave Master and more of a focus on comparing Rave Master to Fairy Tail, but, you know, that just happens. This is basically unscripted. So you can all tell me what you thought about this video and give me a like or dislike, depending on your mood, and you can subscribe if you feel like it. So in the meantime, remember, I have been Anime Mixer 1, and I approve of this video.